next comic coming to the stage. She's doing a lot of great things in comedy all over the Bay Area. Good friend of mine, good friend of yours. Give it up for Elizabeth Mansfield, everybody.
I always try and run up on the stage really energetically and then I have to catch my breath. I'm not in as good a shape as I look. I'm wearing Spanx. But thank you guys. It's so great to be here. I've been traveling a lot. I just got back from Japan. Has anyone been to Japan? Woo! It's awesome, right? Let me tell you guys my favorite thing about Japan. So when you meet somebody new in Japan, you say konnichiwa, which means hello. And then immediately following that, you say hajime mashite, which loosely translates to, please like me. Why do we not have this in our culture? So many of our problems could be solved if we could just ask people to like us. Like, my life would have been a lot different. I never would have joined a sorority. I would have just asked for friends. All of my first sexual experiences were because I didn't have hajime mashite. Like, I never would have given Justin Ferguson a hand job in my friend Becca's basement in 7th grade. I would have just been like, hajime mashite, Justin. And then give him a hand job because I wanted to. He was a senior. There are only so many ways you can get ahead in this world. Oh, yes. The other great thing about Japan is Japanese people love the English language, and they love to put English phrases on like their handbags and their shirts, even when they have no idea what it means. So the first thing I saw when I got off the plane in Tokyo was this Japanese mom with 4 just like crazy kids running around her. And she was wearing a shirt that just said, fuck off. And I was like, someone has to tell her. So I started walking over to her, and she was speaking perfect English. And I realized, oh, she's just a mom with 4 kids. Are there any moms in the audience tonight? Yes! You have to get up for moms. Moms need to celebrate their shit. Actually, on that note, do you guys think I look fantastic for someone who has 2 kids? Thank you. I don't have any kids. Thank you. Assholes. I like to tell people I do, though, because I need the affirmation. Like, if I'm just me, I'm like a 5. But if I have 2 kids, I'm like a 9. All the other moms are like, how do you do it? I'm like, I'm better than you. No, I don't have any kids. I do have maternal instincts, though, so I started sleeping with younger guys. You guys, I was sleeping with this guy who's 12 years younger than me. Calm down. Like, that was like a silence. Like, I'm 36. It's wildly inappropriate, but it's not like gross. You guys were shocked. No, I was sleeping with this guy who's 24 years old. You guys, I let this guy get away with so many things I would never let someone my own age get away with. He came over, he left the toilet seat up. If he was 36, I'd be like, learn some fucking manners. But he's 24. I was like, oh, I bet he doesn't know yet. I went over to his place, he didn't have any sheets on his bed. He just had like a mattress and a blanket. If he was 36, I'd be like, take care of your fucking home. But he's 24. I was like, I bet his mom's gonna buy him some for Christmas. It's just adorable. We went out one night though, and he got super drunk and he couldn't get it up. Like, if he was 36, I'd be like, it's cool, it happens to everybody. He's 24, like, you had one job. Such a letdown. I'm actually dating somebody who's a little more age appropriate. And this guy's great. He's very, yeah. Yay for 40-year-olds. like a feminist, and he's loving, and he's respectful. The only thing I don't like about him is like, aesthetically we don't go together. I know this makes me sound like a bad person, but like I put a lot of time and energy into my appearance. Hajime Mashite. And he's an engineer. And like sometimes it's kind of embarrassing. Like when we leave restaurants together, sometimes I just pretend like he's an overeager Uber driver. I just get out my phone. I'm like, oh, you're here for Elizabeth? Okay. Like, you didn't have to come all the way in. You're gonna get 5 stars. It actually surprised me that I was actually attracted to this guy. I think it's because I'm getting older. Like when I was in my 20s, I was really attracted to guys who were like mysterious and sexy and like a little bit dangerous. But now, like show me a dad bod and a solid 401k. I will show you a pair of wet, sensible full coverage briefs. Or Spanx, which is what I'm wearing tonight. No, my boyfriend's great. Things are getting kind of serious with him, and it's kind of weirding me out a little bit. So I've never been married, and I've never been somebody who really got that whole like lifetime commitment thing. But my boyfriend has been married, and he's divorced, and he wants to get married again, but like this time forever. And we're having... Don't fuck it up twice. Like, it actually kind of weirds me out. Like, marriage is one of the only things where you do it and it can go horribly wrong, and you're like, let's try it again. So we were having a really sweet moment the other night. He was very sincere, and he was looking me in the eyes. He was like, babe, I just want you to know, I only want to get divorced once. And I kissed him, and I looked at him, and I said, me too. Are there any people out here who are dating? Nobody? No one? Living that swipe life? Little apps? Well, I was on the apps. That's how I met my boyfriend. So go find yourself one. Okay, so this is crazy. Dating in San Francisco is wild. So I just got a new job. I'm working at a really big company. It's like 5,000 people. I swear to God, you guys, not a day goes by that I don't see somebody who's been on my dating apps. They're everywhere. There's this one guy in particular. I see him all the time. He's been on like every app for me. He's come up on like Bumble, on Tinder, Hinge, and I see him all the time. Like I can't get rid of this guy. I'm so used to swiping left on this guy. I got on the elevator with him the other day and I was just like, excuse me. It's dating in San Francisco. The other thing people keep telling me about dating in San Francisco is that everyone has an STD. Like a real STD, not like HPV. Like if you don't have HPV, by now you were homeschooled. But like an actual STD. And you guys, I've done like 36 years of pretty reckless sexual behavior without ever getting an STD. Thank you. So I feel like I'm due. It's like waiting for the big earthquake. Like any minute now, herpes is gonna strike. So when I was dating, I was trying to clean up my act a little bit. I went out with this guy, and I was determined not to have sex with him. So I did everything that girls do when they're trying not to sleep with somebody. I didn't shave my legs. I ate a burrito for lunch. I wore the underwear that you usually save for when you're on your period. It's got like stains in it. Shot. And then we went out, and he did the one thing that you can do that guarantees that I will sleep with you. I love how quiet I get when I say that. Everyone's like, we went to karaoke, and we sang A Whole New World from Aladdin. You guys, this song, like, if you can capture in song the vulnerability of this misunderstood Persian ruffian, like, I'm going home with you. I am gonna rub your lamp. So I go home with this guy, and while I bring him home to my place, I'm just shit-faced at this point. I start taking off my clothes, like, I'm sexy. And I'd forgotten all the precautions I took. And I was wearing a full-on just like wrestler suit of Spanx. Just tits to knee spandex shaper. Tits to knee. And he stops me and he goes, "You seem really nice, but this is a mess. And I gotta go." And like, I got it. I was like, I understand. Hajime mashite. So I'll leave you with this. I took matters into my own hands after that. Started using my vibrator a little bit more. You learn a lot about yourself when you're dating your vibrator. Your sexual priorities change a little bit when you're in your 30s. The other day I masturbated to being rich. Turns out that's a thing. It surprised me too. I didn't even know you can masturbate to not sex. But as it turns out, being alone and wealthy is my biggest turn on. I don't even need to have sex anymore. I just move money in my savings account. I feel like before you start thinking I'm a terrible person, I just want you to know that someday I hope to be rich enough that I can masturbate to giving back to my community. You guys have been a lot of fun.